Hey guys, it's Sky. So, I've been dreading making this video because, so here we go. The reason I've been dreading making this video is because, yes, it's a topic that I am very knowledgeable about, but at the same time, there's a reason I have conflicting feelings about this subject. So let's talk about it. We are talking about Hades, the musical, recasting September 1st. As you know, I'm a theater kid. I'm a thespian of troupe 1260. Is that what my troupe was? Yeah, 1260. It's been a while. So with that being said, what does that all mean exactly? Basically, it means I did a whole ceremony. I'm a thespian now. Great. Theater kid. Woohoo. Why do I not sound thrilled right now? Because I'm not. September 1st, a new cast list came out for Hadestown, which I said I loved Hadestown. I do. I still love Hadestown. But this specific cast choice I was so happy with. I was, until a particular cast member came to light. And then I was like, wait. So, let's talk about that specific cast member. Gino Sturgis. So, Gino is going to be the next Hades. And Gino has that, and by no means am I saying this is a great choice, and I'll explain why in a minute, but I watched the videos about him and what the controversy was about. He has that very deep Hades voice that we all know. Great. But it's what's coming out of his mouth that is very, very not only controversial, but very hurtful and demeaning to the LGBTQIA community. Now, I used to talk about these subjects almost daily when I was on my user TikTok and everything, in a positive way and a negative way. The reason I say it in that way is because not everybody agreed, obviously, which is TikTok, but we're about to go into not my views necessarily, but how I feel about this casting choice, not only as a member of the LGBTQ, as a trans person, but as a theater kid as well. So, as we all know, obviously, I am trans. I've been asked this multiple times. Am I transitioning from F to M? So, the way my transition works is I'm not going to take T, which is testosterone. The way my transition works, being by gender, is that I'm very male presenting, short hair, whatever. But the closest thing I did to my transition that made me happy is I had breast reduction surgery for my transition, but also for back problems. And then I also take Depo shots. So basically I don't have my period, which is awesome. But that's pretty much the whole of my transition, and I'm happy with it. I've been very happy since. So, what does that have to do with the person that we're talking about, Gino Sturgis? Well, Hadestown is chock full of people who have been casted, one of which is Nora Butts, who is the original Fiero, which I'm very excited. And that's going to be so exciting. But the reason Gino is coming up is because if you see some of his videos, they're very transphobic, very homophobic. They're very, very derogatory towards our community. And in a theater perspective, and why would you put women and trans people in that position? And the reason I say that is because the theater is done a lot in terms of hiring trans people and non-binary people and whatever it may be they identify as So to have somebody like Gino, who is now this very misogynistic, transphobic, homophobic, blah, 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 it's not a good look for Broadway. It's not. And they're getting a lot of backlash for it, as they should. Did any of us know this prior to the Hadestown announcement? I don't know how many did, but as soon as that name popped up, within 24 hours, his name was now plastered along with how problematic he was. I was actually at Pinocchio and Strung yesterday, which is why I couldn't really make a video about it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and really make a video about this because there's a lot of problems with this. Now, is it the people who are hiring Hadestown actors, actresses, non-binary people, it may be, who made this choice? Like, who is making this choice that they thought this was a good idea? Because somebody said it best. I'm not going to quote it word by word, but basically it was, in summary, shouldn't everybody feel safe? Women, trans people, non-binary people, etc. on stage. This guy is not a safe person to be around, especially with that mentality. Now, I do understand that you have the right to say anything you want, but at the same time, when you post it and make it public, you're going to get backlash for whatever you say. And then you're on Broadway. You're in the public eye. You know? So that's very problematic. So, you know, I know plenty of people who, you know, we have opposite views and we're still very good friends. You know, I get it. So, but at the same time, this is very problematic because you're on Broadway. You are surrounded by other people who are non-binary, trans, women, men, you know, whatever it may be. And you want this guy around them. It's not a good look, Broadway. And so, now as a theater person, as a theater human being, he must have a good voice to play Hades. When I heard him talking, because I saw a clip of the very problematic stuff he says, he does have that very deep Hades voice. I don't know what he sounds like singing. He must sound good. But again, does that outweigh what he is as a person? And is it a safe person to have for a consecutive amount of time to do Hadestown? To do any show for that matter? Because shouldn't your first thing being keeping the other actors feeling comfortable and safe? So, do I agree? So we're going to answer two questions. Do I agree with Hadestown's choice of casting this person? No, absolutely not. And it's not just because I'm part of the community. It actually, everything I just said, it's more of the reason of keeping other actors, actresses, non-binary people, etc. safe, and feeling like it's a safe space to be around. And having somebody who is like that doesn't make this safe space feel safe. If he's talented, that's great, but I feel like there should be some implement in place to keep everybody safe. Like, your talent, that's great, you must be talented, but at the end of the day, you should also be a safe space, and your other fellow actors, actresses, and non-binary people should feel safe as well. Now, number two, should they recast? And my answer is, I think they should recast. Because as much as I think he would make a great Hades just for that look alone, like, I understand he has that Hades look and whatnot, yes, they need to recast, because this is not looking good from an advertisement perspective of getting all this backlash for who he is. When you advertise for, like, Hadestown, Pinocchio Unstrung, Wicked, you know, Lion King, it's always good publicity, right? their Hadestown September 1st is already getting bad publicity, and it's for this specific actor. That's not making this look good. Now, Norbert Butz, who is playing... I just said who he's playing, and I already forgot. But he is in it, and here's the thing. He's a very positive actor. He's really good, but he's not going to make up for the bad publicity they're getting for the other actor who's playing Hades. And that's the thing. Just weighing it in, it's not a good look for the next Hadestown coming up. So I feel like they should recast so they can have better and positive publicity, because right now they're getting nothing if not negative publicity, and it's not a good look, especially for Broadway. If you want people to come to the show, it's not a good look. So, but that is my take on the new Hadestown September 1st recasting. So there you go.